Imagine this. You stop texting him first. You focus on yourself, and suddenly he can't stop thinking about you. He wonders where you are, what you're doing, and why you're no longer chasing him. This one move will make him miss you every single day. And in this video, I'm going to reveal exactly how to do it. Most people think making a man miss you is about playing hard to get or ignoring his messages. But that's not the real secret. There's a deeper, more powerful way to make him crave your presence. It's not about manipulation. It's about understanding human psychology, desire, and the way the mind works when something feels just out of reach. In this video, you will learn the one move that triggers his emotions and makes you unforgettable. This is a method backed by psychology and proven by real life experiences. When you apply it, you will shift the entire dynamic of your relationship. He will start seeing you differently, valuing you more, and most importantly, missing you even when you're not around. Stay with me until the end because I'll also reveal the biggest mistake women make when trying to make a man miss them. It's something that can completely backfire and push him away instead of pulling him closer. If you've ever felt like you're the one putting in all the effort while he just enjoys the attention, this video will change that for you. It's time to turn the tables and let him feel what it's like to miss you. Welcome to Take, where we uncover the secrets of attraction, love, and relationships. If you want more insights like this, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss a new video. Now, let's get started. There's a reason why people desire what they can't easily have. When something is always available, it's taken for granted. This is especially true in relationships. If you're constantly reaching out, always the first to text, or always there whenever he calls, he never has the chance to feel your absence. The truth is, distance creates desire. And the one move that will make him miss you every single day is embracing your independence. Most women believe that being more present in a man's life makes him want them more. They think that showing him love, attention, and care at all times will strengthen the connection. But here's where things take a surprising turn. Too much presence can actually have the opposite effect. When you're always around, he never has the space to reflect on how much he truly values you. He never gets the opportunity to experience life without you. He never gets the opportunity to experience life without you. And without that, he doesn't have a reason to miss you. By embracing independence, you shift the energy. You no longer make him the center of your world. You focus on your own life, your own happiness, and your own personal growth. This creates a powerful effect on him. It triggers his curiosity, his admiration, and his desire to be a bigger part of your life. Psychologically, this works because of a principle called psychological reactance. When someone feels like they have unlimited access to something, they take it for granted. But the moment that access becomes limited, they start craving it. They want to regain control. They start to wonder why things have changed. When you become less available, even slightly, he will begin to notice. He will start checking his phone more often, hoping for a message from you. He will begin to question why you aren't as eager to respond or why your time isn't centered around him anymore. And this curiosity is what builds emotional tension. Independence doesn't mean ignoring him or playing games. It simply means living a life that doesn't revolve around him. Start focusing on yourself. Invest time in your passions, your goals, and the things that make you happy. When you're genuinely engaged in your own life, you naturally the time he gets with you because it's no longer unlimited. Men are wired to pursue, to chase, to feel like they are earning something valuable. When everything comes too easily, it loses its meaning. When you reclaim your independence, you remind him of your worth. You show him that your happiness doesn't depend on his presence. And this is incredibly attractive. It makes him see you as someone he needs to put effort into rather than someone who is simply waiting for him. Another fascinating thing happens when you embrace independence. You become more confident. Confidence is one of the most magnetic qualities a person can have. When you're fulfilled by your own life, your energy changes. You walk differently. You speak differently. You radiate a sense of self-assurance that draws him in. He starts associating you with excitement, with growth, with something special. And that makes him crave your presence even more. If you want him to miss you, don't chase him. Don't try to force connection. Instead, create space. Give him the chance to realize what life feels like without you always being there. Let him feel the difference. Let him experience the absence. Because when he does, he will start appreciating your presence in a way he never did before. There's something undeniably captivating about a person who is fully engaged in their own life. When you are focused on your goals, your passions, and your personal growth, you create a natural sense of mystery. You become someone with depth, someone who isn't just waiting around for attention, but is instead thriving in their own world. And that, more than anything, makes a man want to be part of your life. Mystery is one of the most powerful forces in attraction. It keeps people interested, makes them curious, and draws them in. When a man doesn't always know what you're doing, where you are, or what you're thinking, he starts to wonder. And that wonder turns into desire. The moment he feels like he has you all figured out, the excitement fades. But when you are unpredictable, when your life is full of things that don't revolve around him, he starts to see you in a new light. Have you ever noticed how some people effortlessly attract attention without even trying? It's because they aren't seeking validation from anyone. They have their own path, their own dreams, and their own passions. When you shift your energy toward yourself, you stop relying on a man to fill the spaces in your life. Instead, you fill those spaces with things that bring you joy, excitement, and fulfillment. And that energy is magnetic. Men are drawn to women who have something going on in their lives. When you have personal goals, hobbies, and interests, you become more intriguing. You are no longer just a girlfriend, a partner, or someone waiting for love to complete them. You are someone with purpose, and that kind of person is unforgettable. Think about the last time you met someone who was genuinely passionate about something. Maybe they loved painting, writing, traveling, or building a business. Their energy was different, wasn't it? They had something that lit them up, something that made them stand out. That same energy is what makes you irresistible when you focus on yourself. When a man sees that you are deeply invested in your own happiness, he starts to admire you in a different way. He sees that your world doesn't revolve around him, and that triggers something in his mind. He starts to realize that if he doesn't put in effort, he might lose you to the exciting life you've built for yourself. This is where attraction deepens. It's not about making him jealous or playing games. It's about naturally becoming someone he doesn't want to lose. There's another powerful effect that comes from focusing on your own life. It makes you more confident. Confidence isn't just about how you look or how you speak. It's about how you carry yourself. When you are genuinely happy with your life, when you are chasing your dreams and growing every day, your confidence shines. And confidence is one of the most attractive qualities anyone can have. A woman who is secure in herself doesn't need to constantly check her phone, wondering when he will text. She doesn't need to ask for reassurance or seek validation. She knows her worth, and that self assurance is intoxicating. Men don't want someone who is dependent on them for happiness. They want someone who is already fulfilled and chooses to share that happiness with them. Pursuing personal interests also creates an element of challenge. When a man knows that you have a full life, he feels the need to step up. He understands that he has to offer something valuable to be part of your world. He starts thinking about how he can add to your happiness rather than being your only source of it. This shifts the dynamic completely. Instead of you trying to win his attention, he starts putting in the effort to win yours. People often fear that focusing on themselves will push someone away, but the opposite is true. When you prioritize yourself, you create a space where someone has to actively work to be part of your life. And that space is where real attraction grows. It's not about playing hard to get. It's about being someone who is worth missing. When you are busy building a life that excites you, he will naturally want to be a bigger part of it. Embracing independence doesn't mean pushing someone away. It means building a life so fulfilling that they naturally want to be part of it. When you focus on yourself, you create a magnetic energy that draws people in. The key is to shift your attention from constantly thinking about him to investing in your own happiness. This isn't about ignoring him or playing hard to get. It's about showing up as the best version of yourself. One of the most powerful ways to embrace independence is by pursuing personal hobbies. Engaging in activities you genuinely love gives you a sense of purpose and excitement. Whether it's painting, dancing, writing, or learning a new skill, having a passion makes you more interesting. People are naturally drawn to those who have something that lights them up from within. When you dedicate time to your hobbies, you not only enjoy yourself, but also create a sense of mystery. He will start wondering what keeps you so engaged, what excites you, and why you're so passionate. This curiosity will make him want to be closer to you. Showcasing your talents is another way to strengthen your independence. When you are proud of what you do and allow yourself to shine, you send a message that your life is full and meaningful. You don't have to boast or seek validation. Simply doing what you love and letting it be part of who you are naturally enhances your attractiveness. Men admire women who have something unique to offer, something beyond just being in a relationship. It shows that you are a complete person on your own. Another crucial step in embracing independence is spending time with friends and family. Too often, people get into relationships and slowly drift away from their loved ones. They become so focused on their partner that they forget the importance of their social connections. But maintaining those relationships is essential. When you make time for your friends and family, you reinforce the idea that your life isn't centered around just one person. It also shows that you are surrounded by love and support, which makes you emotionally stronger. A woman who has a thriving social life is more attractive because she isn't dependent on a man for all her emotional needs. She has a support system, she has fun outside the relationship, and she continues to nurture meaningful connections. This also prevents the relationship from becoming stagnant. When you spend time with other people, you bring fresh energy back into the relationship. You have new stories to share, new experiences to talk about, and a renewed sense of self. This keeps the relationship dynamic and exciting. Setting personal goals is another step that solidifies your independence. Having something to work toward, whether in your career, personal growth, or education, gives your life direction. Men are naturally drawn to women who have ambition and drive. When you are focused on improving yourself and achieving new milestones, you exude confidence. This confidence makes you stand out. It's not about proving anything to him, it's about becoming the best version of yourself for your own satisfaction. Whether it's learning a new language, starting a business, or excelling in your career, having goals makes your life feel purposeful. And when you share your achievements, do so with grace. There's a difference between boasting and genuinely celebrating your progress. Confidence is attractive, but arrogance pushes people away. When a man sees that you have a life filled with purpose, passion, and meaningful connections, he will naturally want to be part of it. He will feel inspired by your independence and admire the way you carry yourself. Instead of feeling like he is responsible for your happiness, he will respect the fact that you create your own joy. This changes the dynamic completely. A woman who embraces independence is never desperate for attention. She doesn't cling to a man out of fear of losing him. Instead, she stands strong in her own world, knowing that the right person will want to be part of it. By focusing on yourself, you create an energy that makes him miss you, respect you, and see you as someone truly special. When you embrace independence, something powerful happens in his mind. He starts to notice your absence. He starts to appreciate your presence more. This isn't about playing games. It's about human nature. People value what they feel they could lose. When you are constantly available, when you make him the center of your world, he has no reason to miss you. But when you have your own life, your own priorities, and your own happiness, he begins to see you differently. Men are wired to chase, to desire, to work for something they find valuable. If he knows you will always be there, waiting, he may start taking you for granted. But when you step back, when you focus on yourself, he begins to realize just how much you add to his life. Your absence creates space for him to reflect. He starts to think about the little things, the way you laugh, the way you speak, the way you make him feel. And that reflection turns into longing. Think about the times when you've wanted something the most. It's usually when you don't have it. The same applies to relationships. When you aren't always accessible, When you don't drop everything for him, he starts to wonder what you're up to. That curiosity pulls him in. He begins to feel the space you once filled. He starts checking his phone more often, wondering why you haven't texted first. He starts craving the energy you bring. Absence doesn't mean cutting him off completely. It means giving him the chance to miss you. When you take time for yourself, when you invest in your own happiness, you naturally create a sense of distance. That distance allows him to see your value in a way he never did before. He realizes that your presence is not guaranteed. It's something special, and that makes him appreciate it even more. Men are naturally drawn to women who have a sense of self. A woman who doesn't need constant attention is intriguing. She is confident, self-sufficient, and emotionally strong. This creates a challenge. He starts to feel that he has to put in effort to be part of your world. He doesn't just assume you'll always be there. Instead, he starts thinking about ways to win your attention, to make sure he stays important in your life. This shift in energy changes everything. Instead of you constantly seeking his validation, he starts seeking yours. Instead of you waiting for his calls, he starts waiting for yours. The balance of power evens out, and he begins to see you as someone he doesn't want to lose. When you embrace independence, you also create emotional security. You are no longer reacting to every little thing he does. You aren't anxious if he takes longer to reply. You don't panic if he doesn't make plans right away. You are at peace because your happiness doesn't depend on him. It comes from within, and that peace is incredibly attractive. Men respect women who respect themselves. When you show that you have boundaries, that you won't settle for less than what you deserve, he starts treating you with more care. He knows he can't take you for granted. He knows that if he doesn't make an effort, you will continue living your life without hesitation. This psychological effect is powerful. It's why distance makes the heart grow fonder. It's why people miss what they can't always have. And it's why embracing independence is one of the most effective ways to make him appreciate you more. A man who truly cares about you will never walk away just because you focus on yourself. In fact, he will respect you even more for it. He will see you as someone worth keeping, someone worth chasing. When you step back and invest in yourself, you give him the opportunity to realize just how valuable you are. Embracing independence is the key to making him miss you every day. When you focus on yourself, pursue your passions, and maintain a fulfilling life outside the relationship, you naturally become more attractive and irresistible. Instead of chasing his attention, you allow him to feel your absence, making him appreciate your presence even more. Now it's time to put these steps into action. Start prioritizing yourself. Build your own happiness and watch how he starts longing for you. The power is in your hands. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like it and subscribe to our channel for more powerful insights on relationships and attraction. And see you in the next video.